Hello, friends. So you guys all know that this year at the Wealth Summit, I plan on giving away 2026 planner. And I got a lot of questions about about the planner after the yesterday's webinar where I announced this particular offering. So in this video, I'm going to try to answer some of your questions. What does this planner have? Who gets one for free? Can you order additional copies? Can you, distribute in your network? So I'm going to talk about all those kind of good questions today, and I think you're going to love it. So first of all, those of you guys who are new to Wealth Summit or you don't know about Wealth Summit will be happening on November 16th this year in Newark, California at the Oasis Palace. Registration is open. You can go ahead and open it. It's a full day event from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., from early morning to evening. We talk about taxes, we talk about finance, we talk about real estate, we talk about estate planning, we talk about corporate law, we talk about emerging trends, opportunities. And this year, I think the Wealth Summit is going to be better than ever before. A lot of different reasons. Number one reason, rate cuts are coming. Number two, big, beautiful tax bill. So many opportunities. President Trump push to set up manufacturing in the United States is going to open up so many opportunities. So we got to talk about that. We got to also talk about what's happening in markets, right? We're seeing emerging trends. For example, AI, we see energy, we see data centers. We're going to talk about all bunch of those opportunities. We're going to talk about real estate. We're going to talk about commercial real estate. I mean, this Wealth Summit is going to offer you so much that, after the event, just like any other year, you'll come back to me and say, Deepak ji, this was probably one of the best experience we had in the entire year. So that's the direction we are going in. So those of you guys who don't know about Wealth Summit, that's what that is. Now, let's talk about Planner. So I use Planner myself on a regular basis. It's always sitting on my desk. It's not like, it's not a customized one. But I like it. That way I can track what's happening. I can always flip the page and kind of see what's happening in my life at any given time. So it helps me become a little bit more organized and a little bit better with my own personal finances. So I was thinking, what can I do to deliver even more value? So when people ask me, somebody who's doing a startup or they're thinking about setting a business or whatnot, and they ask me, Deepak, how do we become more profitable? How do we make more money? My one answer to them always is always keep thinking about how can you deliver more value? Because if you can deliver more value than your competitor, your customers will stick around with you for a very, very long time. So obviously in our business as well, we think about that. How do we deliver even more value? How do we stay relevant in this highly competitive world? So I thought, what if I can make this planner even better, for myself, for my staff, for my clients, my customers, for my friends, family members, my kids, that everybody can benefit from it enormously. So first I start thinking about what would I want in a great planner? Well, I want to track my goals, my 10-year goal, my 5-year goals, my 3-year goal, my yearly goal. And then obviously I want to divide it up into months. I want to track it for, from January to December for the entire month. So I want to do that. But I'm a business owner. So I also want to track my strategic goals. I want to track my marketing goals. So those are some simple stuff. I think most planners are actually even missing that. They typically just have a calendar page. But right there itself, if you write these things down and you start paying attention to them, you're going to see a lot of value coming out of those. So that's number one. Then I thought about, in the world of finance, because I run a finance coaching program and I teach people about how do you identify some of the important things that is happening around you, because you can actually make a lot of money just by paying attention to things that are happening around you. But we don't pay attention because we're busy, we're distracted. So I think, if that was on my planner and I write it down and I come back and take a look at it like maybe every week or every month or something, it will stay on top of my mind and I'll be able to benefit from it. So, the planner should have what kind of trends are happening around me. Another thing I always notice is sometimes I make mistakes, and I forget about them. So that should be part of a planner. Hey, what mistakes am I making so I don't repeat them? What kind of new learning lessons that I'm getting, maybe from my friends, family members, people I meet, what am I learning from them? I should write them down. That helps in a planner. What are some of the important people I'm meeting? Maybe when you come to the Wealth Summit, obviously you're going to meet a lot of great people. What do they do? What can you learn from them? I learn about semiconductors from people who work in semiconductors. I learn about AI from people who work in AI. For example, just a couple of weeks ago, we did a live meeting with somebody who has built a very successful AI company, and he was teaching other people how they can set up their own AI business. I learned a lot about AI that day. So, meeting people can be extremely valuable. And by the way, that's one of the great benefits you get out of Wealth Summit, because you get to meet so many wonderful people at the summit, right? So, but do you really know how many important people, did you meet last year? Probably not. Probably forgot about them. But if you start writing them down as you meet them on a planner, trust me, next year your Rolodex will be thicker, and you'll actually know more people. Okay, some of the important dates, how can you connect with them? Or maybe some other important dates that are happening in your life, maybe some important birthdays, anniversaries, some important dates that you want to remember, if you want to stay on top of your mind. I think we should be tracking them. Like I said, new connections. And then, some of the other things we want to track, for example, habits. Are you doing proper meditation? Maybe you're swimming, maybe you're learning a new language. Whatever you're doing in your life, you should have a tracker. Tracker that's something, every single day of the month, you should be doing a check mark. Yeah, I practice that skill. And that way you can see the entire year. How often did you actually practice? It tells you whether you're improving at that particular skill or not. Maybe some of you guys go to gym. Maybe a workout planner could be part of it as well, where we track how are we doing in our workout. But anyhow, I think this planner will continue to grow every single year now that I have the idea in place. And by the way, I just launched it on Saturday, and already almost 100 people are registering. So I can clearly tell there's a lot of interest in it. So I want to thank all of you guys. But obviously, it doesn't make sense to give it away to everyone, right? So let's talk about who should get one. And so what I'm thinking is, my minimum requirement was at least 200 people register early, so that way I know there is enough interest, and then I'm willing to swipe my credit card and go ahead and order it. It's expensive, right? To design it, to print it, ship it, and then these days we also have to deal with import duties. So you can imagine it's an expensive one, which is okay. I don't mind, committing to that as long as there's enough interest. So if people want it, they see value in it, so that's good. Now I don't expect you to pay any money for it. I'd be happy to give it away, but I should not be giving it to everyone, right? So the idea is anybody who registers early, get one for free. You can always order additional copies. When you book your ticket, I have put an order bump there, so you'll see an offer. The retail value of something like this might be $60, $80, somewhere around that. But I'm going to put the price at $30 because that's what my estimated, that's what my cost going to be to print the planner. So if you want to order additional copies, you can go ahead and order them. But all the early registrations, so if you're registering right now, maybe first 200, maybe 250, somewhere around that, we can stop it after that, because I want to give value to people who are registering early. So we already got about 100 people register, so maybe another 100, 150 people can get it for free. The rest of the people can buy it. It's still a great value. I'm not trying to make money off it or anything like that. $30, you get yourself a wonderful planner. You can, give it as a gift. You can use it yourself. I think next year, in 2026, I won't even have to talk about it. I think people will be reaching out to me and say, hey, look, let's just order the tickets in advance because we love the planner so much, and I want to improve it. So if you have an idea how I can improve it, some suggestion that you want to put in it, let me know. This is the time. Now, you might be wondering, why are you asking for early registration? Because I want to deliver it on during the Wealth Summit. So if I don't get enough people to register early, then I don't know if there's enough interest, and I don't want to put so much time, effort, and money into it. It's a lot of work. So if there's enough interest, then I don't mind doing it. But if there's not an interest, then this is a fruitless activity. So there's no point. So that's the plan, guys. So please register early. Anybody who registers right now will get one for absolutely free. You don't have to pay $70, $80 for it. Even if you go to like Barnes and Nobles, if you get a decent planner, even those cost $30, $40. This is a customized planner. Like I said, it's going to help you track your 10-year, 5-year, 3 years, 1-year goals. It's going to help you track your strategic plans, your marketing plans, any major trend that you're seeing, any mistakes you're making, your learning lessons, important people, new connections that you're making, your habit tracker, your workout tracker, and any other idea that might pop in my head or I might get from some of you guys. So it's going to be a very, very powerful planner. So I think you're going to love it. We have plenty of tickets available, right? We got your regular early bird ticket right now. So, oh, by the way, just so people don't get confused, I'm not saying that anybody because early bird tickets goes all the way till November, okay, or October, something like that. I don't remember the exact date, but I think maybe 15th of October, somewhere around Diwali time. That's when the early birds typically is over. I'm not saying that everybody who buys that tickets get a planner, okay? Just so we are clear. I'm saying anybody who buys it in next couple of weeks get a planner, okay? So because I do need 2 months in advance notice to order the planner, okay? I will still order additional ones. They will be available for purchase, or you can always buy additional one when you're buying for a ticket. But if you're watching this video on our website right now, you're getting one free planner. That's the idea here. Okay, but if you're watching it on YouTube and it's no longer listed on our website, that means you're not going to get a free planner, but you can certainly buy one for about $30. So that's the plan. And we might even give some away as part of promotion on the day of Wealth Summit, because we give a lot of stuff away that day, right? Last year we gave away a big screen TV. There were a lot of iPads. There were like a massage chair there and so many other goodies. I mean, gosh, we probably have given several $1,000s worth of good stuff for free. So obviously it would make sense if we give some of these planners away as well. So that would be kind of fun as well. So that's the plan, guys. So please register early, take advantage of this offer. So that way I know that you want one, so I can order it in advance for you. But if you want additional copies, feel free to add them as part of your ticket, because I think they still have a lot of value. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and I look forward to seeing you at the Wealth Summit.